And, it's Frankenstein is such a classic story. I love it on a
Hmm.
lot of levels. People keep trying to make it over and over again. Keep making
Yeah.
it, making it, and making it.
Mhm.
She's bringing this whole new vibe to this because it's set in 1930s Chicago. That's like, what? That's very strange.
Frankenstein has been like a very intriguing character, when it was even
Yeah.
first written, like a
Mhm.
monster who is intelligent, an articulate outcast.
I think there's an emotionalism to Frankenstein that is kind of, you lose it sometimes in the horror movies, but there is always I feel level of sympathy when it comes to the
Yeah.
monster because he did not ask to be this, and so he's been created, and the doc doesn't really take responsibility for some of the stuff the monsters have to go through. So I always love it when the take on the Frankenstein monsters is sort of sad because it is kind of tragic when you think about it. So he needs a girlfriend, as they do. I love how they can make that black splatter, like the black stain, look so cool. And like,
Yeah. From what I read about, the Bride of Frankenstein story in general, it seems to be like a radical reimagining
yeah,
of the tale itself. It's visually stunning, and it's very edgy. That
yeah.
a mashup of there is a mashup of horror, there's romance, and it kind of gave off that punk rock energy. So it's interesting. It's dark, stylish, and electric.
And I love
So
how Frankenstein just seems like this kind of cool guy. I love they call him Frankie. And it just has that, there's sort of that nostalgic too for that time. I love that idea, putting it in the city and just that sort of underworld crime with the like kind of aspect that you've created these two monsters.
yeah.
Female director, female doctor, female monster.
Mm.
I think this looks really great. And I love the aggressive take on making this her own thing. We're not making this an old fashioned. This is going to be a cool, not necessarily not old fashioned, but not gothic, we'll say. And I like too, they have the almost looks like the black splatter as the art, which is a cool idea. Just black on white, which is a really great looking thing. And I love the bride.
Yeah.
I love that makeup. Little disruption of what we know it says.
And I also kind of like the whole poster in general because it gives off those vibes saying that it's an old movie. They're set in like 1930s Chicago, so they want to bring those fonts and everything, and it's yeah.
Great campaign, great looking trailer. I'm very excited to see this.